What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one.
Fuck this movie! Sorry we've been away for so long. We've been prepping for this movie. I love Star Wars. Jesus Christ, this might be the worst Star Wars. This will be a spoiler review. When it's spoiler time, we'll let you know. Thank God people are kind of waking up and seeing how shit this new trilogy is. Like, this got like a 50-something on Tomatoes. Like, people are finally like, wow, these characters are shallow. They cannot stand to be in a trilogy because they don't go anywhere. First of all, the editing and the pacing of this movie is so blisteringly fast and unorganized that it felt like I was watching two movies crammed into one. Like, JJ's like, oh fuck, The Last Jedi happened. Let's retcon all of that pretty much.
Trying to cram his vision of the second movie into his vision of the third movie.
Yeah, it starts with the worst opening crawl of any Star Wars movie.
It's like each paragraph gives you the pivotal detail of that section of the movie. Here's plot 1, 2, and 3. Now here's everything you need to know.
It's just riddled with a bunch of references and cameos, which again was happening in Force Awakens, but it made sense over there.
There's some heart and emotion to the first one.
Yeah, nobody was clapping. There was no like, wow! Everything felt so weightless in the movie because the momentum was so fucking quick. There was no time to build up any tension, to build up any weight at any moment. First space battle was like I was having a seizure. It was so fast. The special effects, probably the worst in the trilogy too. I feel like Rey, this was her best acting wise.
Yeah. Yeah. She can
Good
have
job.
it.
Everyone else is a carbon copy.
It's like nothing to talk about because since the characters themselves haven't changed or progressed, neither is the acting. Like, how do you want us to be in this one? What kind of tone are you going for? He's like, well, back on Force Awakens, you guys did a great job, so.
Remember Rose? JJ just throws her in the back of the movie. Like we did in Force Awakens, he opens all these mystery boxes. He doesn't explain anything because he's gonna leave it to these comic book writers, better, more talented writers to deal with his own shit.
There's just like a nerd next to him. Hey, can I do this?
Ew, that's nasty.
Technically.
This felt like a really shitty fan fiction. Like a really stupid 12-year-old Star Wars fan.
A new fan, not an old fan, because
Yeah.
an old fan wouldn't do what this movie did. Abrams directed, he feels a tug on the bottom of his coat, just a little dweeb.
The fans will love this! Put this in the movie! When the movie reaches its climax, which is laughable, it felt so underwhelming, it felt so unsatisfying. It ends, and you're like, wow, this trilogy really didn't need to exist.
There was real opportunity to have some risk taken in this movie, and there was a few points where like, ooh, they did something, and then 2 scenes later, like, oh, they did something.
Like, it goes back to Rey's character arc of just not being challenged. She'll meet people, 2 scenes of conflict, and that same character will turn around and be like, oh, actually, do whatever you want. Here, take this. They go to all these new planets, you don't give a fuck about any of them. They're not memorable. There's no build up to anything. They're just so fast.
It's not even fun to watch, man. Like,
it's just so forgettable. Like, it's all just a fucking blur.
No consequences. There's no pushing back from this movie to stop our characters. Like, there's technical pew, but they pew back like 10 times harder.
And there's only maybe like 2 scenes of actual character building, but again, they last for about 2 minutes. And the movie expects you to be like in awe, like, oh my god, he did that. Like,
this movie looks at character development as like a rare thing that should only happen once in every trilogy.
The trilogy should have just been about Kylo Ren. Force Unleashed character arc, where he starts off as a Sith and then slowly, you know, struggling with himself. And
Well, that's just because you're sexist.
oh, right.
This movie's so bad, I'm gonna give it 1 point for each aspect I liked about it. The only thing I liked about this movie was, wow, it's ISIS. I don't like this movie at all, but at least it's over.
I'm gonna give this a 2.5 out of 10. JJ, trim your nose down so you can see what's going on, so you can see under the camera. You obviously can't see. What are you doing? Oh my god! Spoiler time! Let's talk about the beginning of the movie where it just shows the biggest part of the movie in the first 2 seconds. You see Palpatine. There's no explanation to how he survived the Death Star in space exploding, and he was the best part of the movie.
Oh, hands fucking down.
Yeah,
Dude,
he
Emperor
was-
Palpatine was gold.
Looked great too, by the way. Like the lighting, it was awesome. I was like, damn, like this is great. But why did you show him in the first 2 seconds of the movie? There's no link, because the movie tells you in the text crawl, Palpatine's back. And then the dead speak. And then Kylo shows up. Hey, what's up, Palpatine? Wait, again.
You're starting this movie, man. I can't wait till they show Palpatine.
What the fuck? Rey again, just a god. She can do force lightning. You know how hard it is to do that? Like, it takes years of Sith training. But just because she's a Palpy, she can do that? Like, Palpatine was just born as a fucking gremlin Sith Lord. He can just do that. He had to learn it from his Sith master. Oh yeah, Palpy is her grandpa. Palpatine had a son?
Palpatine never talked to a woman.
Yo, the better writers out there will explain like he was experimenting, trying to create a clone of himself. I don't know.
Oh, it can be explained. Abrams just didn't want to.
Oh, by the way, the twist, how it gets revealed, there's no weight to it because it just happened.
Stop,
and then
yeah.
it's just like, oh.
Just deliver it to you.
Like, there was no awe. There was no like, oh my god.
All the deaths here. I guess we'll go to C-3PO's first. His fucking fake out.
He's been with all the movies. He's gonna get all of it wiped. Like, that's kind of sad. He's like, we need him because we lost the dagger. They do it, and then they get the dagger back from the ship 2 scenes later, and then they give his memory back at the end. It's like, dude, what the fuck?
Lifted from the movie.
Are we watching Avengers Endgame?
Leia's death, almost off-screen and stupid. She's just fine the whole movie, and then some bitch off-screen says it's gonna take everything she has to stop Ben. And then the next scene, she dies.
Dude, these are Skywalkers, bro. Yeah. These guys are like the Darth Vader. This guy got chopped up and survived in a volcano. Yep. And she says Ben and dies.
Well, because she gave everything she had.
Yeah, that was a lot. Yeah. In Kylo's arc, that 180, like, that's all it took. He killed his dad. He almost blew up his mom. His mom saying his name. I am Ben.
That must have took everything she had. I was honestly surprised when they like, we have to cross the ocean, but it's too rough. And they come back like, Rey's missing. I wholeheartedly believe she was just gonna be floating above the ocean. When everyone's gonna leave to go on their adventure, C-3PO talks to R2-D2. He's like, if I never see you again, you've been the best friend I've ever had. Literally just one scene of dialogue before, Leia is talking to Rey, giving her a hug. Dang, if I never see you again, just know that I love you. Oh, so they're gonna die, and this foreshadowing is complete garbage. Each scene is just filled with garbage. Let me show you. After that little Rey talk with Leia, Rey turns and she's like, okay.
None of these emotional moments are earned throughout the movie.
There's a little scene later in the movie with Luke training Leia in the ways of the Jedi. The building blocks don't add up in any fucking way.
They filmed it at night to hide the shit, but it was still fucked. Oh my god, when Rey goes back to the planet, that's the one thing from Last Jedi they kept, was the fucking little island that Luke was on. She goes to throw a lightsaber, Luke catches it. This is tied with Leia floating through space. Luke is walking out of the fucking ship. I can demonstrate, because we have the same technology that Disney has, apparently. He retcons Luke's arc from Last Jedi too. Don't throw this away. Who would do such a stupid thing? Rey's like, I thought, what about Last Jedi? And Luke's like, I was wrong. Like, that's the
writing. I was wrong. Last Jedi set up for literally anything that wants to have the Force can have the Force. J.J. Abrams pretty much focuses that only on Finn. It's done fucking awfully. Who's usually just kind of running around shouting at Rey, Rey, come back! That's his arc.
I run to Rey, and then at the end he's like, I hug Rey. The Knights of Ren reappear in thin air. They get shown for about 2 seconds in Force Awakens, never mentioned in Last Jedi. Here, full force, and they're still underutilized. You don't get to know any of them. There's nothing, the movie's so fucking rushed, and they did nothing. You don't see any of their abilities until the final part where they fight Kylo and throw it aside like they're fucking idiots, like they're stormtroopers.
Problems here, such as like Snoke, Palpatine, Knights of Ren, I feel maybe would have been fixed if there was a director consistency. Oh, the character flip of this fucking ginger guy.
I'm the spy! I just want Kylo to lose. His IQ was already like at 20 at Last Jedi, and it dropped to 5.
Oh, when Chewie was supposedly dead, there's no fucking way that there was another ship there that just like dipped off to the side that they didn't see. And isn't Rey like super force sensitive? So when the ship blew up, she'd be like, nah, he ain't dead. Finn's just like, oh, I feel it too.
Oh my god, like she killed Chewie. That could really do something with her arc. That could really challenge her.
I thought that was gonna be like the moment where like they start leaving her. Some tension in the group.
The climax is just stupidity. Again, fan fiction. By the way, Palpatine rises up at least 2 million Star Destroyers. They're just floating over the planet, and the way they're placed, it's like they just made one and then copy and pasted. Like, it looks so shit.
JJ, how many? My hand's getting tired.
Keep on going, kid! So he has all those ships, and you know, Rey, she talks to Luke. It doesn't matter if you're a Palpy or not. Do what you want. And she's like, wow, you're right. And then she goes to go, you know, fight Palpatine. They're like, oh, we have to destroy the navigation. And they block it. And then Finn's like, no way. Go on. Thank God it's like right next to him too. God forbid he had to really sense like the 1 million ships down the road.
Always comes down to one little relay beacon. We just gotta take it out. Why can't it just be like, guys, this is our adversary. We have to take on 2 million ships.
So the amount of disbelief this movie wants you to suspend in midair is just so astronomical that it's just, you can't do it. Somehow Kylo makes it back to that planet from the Death Star planet. He doesn't have the cube anymore, so he just fucking speeds through, fights all of his fucking Knights of Ren. Rebels are getting fucked up, and then Lando comes on the fucking communications.
There's a nice little pan, and the entire sky, I'm including the entire galaxy when I say sky, is covered in ships. They were not rebels, they were just people. The movie said it too. They fought like fighters, man.
I've been trained my whole life to fight 2 million Star Destroyers.
Mom always said I get a call from nowhere to go fight somewhere.
Palpatine's like draining their life force and he becomes like full power Palpatine. And he just fucking... Again, fan fiction. What if Palpatine was immensely powerful? What if he had super lightning? And I know like in the comics, Palpatine's in the Legends, he's super powerful. He's done crazier shit than that. But like the way it was presented in the movie, it didn't make sense. It was no build up. It came out of nowhere. It didn't fit the continuity of the previous movies. Like Rey gets all the Force ghosts. Yoda comes back. Hayden Christensen's back. They're all talking like, you're a Jedi. You're the best out of all of us. And she gets her lightsaber. And Palpatine says, I'm all the Sith. Rey gets the other lightsaber. I am Iron Man. Palpatine just disintegrates and dies officially, I guess. And then Rey dies. But then Kylo comes back from the dead, heals her. And Kylo's like, fuck, that was, wow. Wasn't that great, all that build up? And all these characters are so good.
Rey buries Luke and Leia's lightsabers.
Oh yeah, she's now a Skywalker.
His home planet of Tatooine, she claims their name.
The Skywalker lineage is officially dead, and the way it died was the most embarrassing death. Rey killed Palpatine. Not even Darth Vader killed Palpatine.
Rey killed Palpatine the first time she saw him.
Yeah, she is actually all the Jedi plus Palpatine's lineage, so she is Omega Queen #1.
This isn't like real storytelling here at all.
Yeah, and that's it. That's our review. I really think people are waking up and finally be like, wow, this trilogy was a waste of everyone's time.
They're coming around now for the same reasons they should have came around before.
We're always right here at Frame Rate.
Coming.
We're always right. Have a good night. See you later. I'm gonna force choke you, okay?
Okay.
Get rid of act. Jesus. Put this bad boy away. Fuck this movie!